Hi there folks, Steve here, out in the rain, under this bush here. Yeah, I've been trying to make a bit of a video blog, and it just, batteries run out, or the rain comes down, or something gets in the way. And I don't know if you get the same kind of feeling of being a bit like lost, lost in the madness of society, and then lost in the clarity of your own thoughts. Well, I have. Not in a bad way. It's just amazing how suddenly certain important things become just irrelevant, seemingly irrelevant. And other silly things become then have more appeal. But then what is the definition of silly and not silly? You know, I take the world very, very seriously. Probably too seriously, really. Because that makes me take myself too seriously, maybe. And for the last few weeks I've been making some music with some friends and writing an album. And it's been great fun to get into some beats, into some rhythms. Into that what makes us human. Even if we're using computer technology to make those rhythms, and that's a great thing about technology. I really do like technology, and I'd like to make some episodes, some like videos about technology and computers and software. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I come out into the woods, because I spent so much time using video editing software, website design software, computer programming software, for everything, music making software, artwork. Some of you may know this, probably many of you may know it by now, how much you become, how much you use the computer as a tool at first. And then it gets different layers, with the layers of communication, having email and social networking and stuff. The computer becomes almost the centre of work. And so I did notice that I spent more time looking at a screen than coming out and looking round at nature. And I do appreciate videos, to see some green on videos when I'm sat at home watching videos. So that's one of the advantages of being outside. And the other main reason as well is like the style of video I'm making now is like me in the nature, free in my mind, free in my thoughts, talking about things that come to mind, really. And some days I don't want to do a video, I just think, I haven't got anything interesting to say today, or that what I'd like to portray isn't really in my thought field. My thoughts are like a tree, and little branches grow here and there, and sometimes there's a big revelation, a fruit that can be taken from one of the branches. But most of the time it's just like, looking at another leaf appear maybe on that branch, another idea appear that solidifies reason, that makes thought branch like a tree. I think it's stopped raining now, so maybe I can get walking a little bit. It's nice to walk as well. I've got a lot of this on my mind, and it's a very strange feeling to be kind of talking to myself totally openly to the universe over this internet media. So it's always my choice of what I want to share, and there's a lot of things that I would like to share, and more entertaining things too, because I love music and I love theatre, I love acting. I'd love to get a team of people together acting somehow. Maybe even if it's just a YouTube play or something. You know, video bloggers versus video bloggers. Well, not versus, you know, with. Just, I suppose the whole thing's a theatre in itself, though, so it's not really something that needs, like, playing out. You know, humanity is full of so many wonderful things, so many wonderful scenes. You know, television only captures really a very small segment of the beauty of life. But sometimes it compacts those beautiful scenes in such a way that we feel like our own lives are inferior. For example, in television, you don't usually see when they go to the toilet. You don't usually see when the main character's kind of ill or fed up or writing emails for ages, glaring at some stupid video with some long-haired guy blabbing on about nothing in the woods, you know. But then what is important when you watch a film, you know? The hero's saving the girl, meanwhile saving the nation from the baddie. At the end of the day, everybody wants just a good life, you know. Everybody, everything wants to thrive. Everything wants to blossom and be what it should be. Which brings me to the word allow, you know, which I'll address in another video, but as I hear it so often more and more, allowance, allow. You know, who can allow you to be yourself? Who else has the authority over you to allow you to be yourself? And if being yourself, can you measure being yourself against what is allowed? I'm not talking about my desire to have the rights to do anything, or that it's just a simple thinking fact. We restrict each other so much. I restrict myself too. I see other people are so, you know, this is my observation really, that people are just restricting themselves on this presumption that, of what others may think. Like a self-sacrifice for the masses. Although the mass doesn't know what it is. It thinks it's the government. It thinks it's the church. It thinks it's the institution. Now try and find an authority behind that, a human figure that pretends to be higher or have more authority over you than you. You know, at some point you realise that the only person who can take responsibility for you being you is you. If you don't take responsibility for you being you, then somebody else is going to have to influence you to be somebody else. They can't take liability over you being you. So yeah, I can't remember what the original thread of this video was. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about music. I've been making some music, and this time, you know, I'm thinking about a lot more about lyrics and how to put across issues that matter. It kind of drives me mad. I mean, a lot of rock music to me seems to be about relationships and violence and